We're calling it a coffee house.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a coffee house just to come and share and develop your strengths and really get to connect with people in a relaxed way. And it's a form of networking, really, too, to connect with people. And that's great. Because a lot of what people struggle with is that isolation, not getting out, not having the structure, so they could look forward to that and come and share and connect with people. That's fantastic. Well, very cool. Very cool. So let's a little bit define what the PERT is a little bit.
Well, it's part of the Metro Boston Recovery Learning Community, and there's 5 companies: North Suffolk, FinFin, Bay Cove, the Cole Center, and Boston Medical Center. And Boston Medical Center is the lead agency.
Oh, okay.
And we each run, most of us run centers, and NAMI's part of it too.
Oh, okay.
NAMI GB can. And we run programs in different cities in the Metro Boston area, and our program is just one of the programs, and our mission is employment, whereas the others have different missions that they focus on. And we all meet together weekly and talk about how we can continue to work together. So it's been a great collaboration between a lot of different companies.
Great.
And we're all peers, so we all are like peer representing our companies.
Oh, neat.
It's really cool. So.
Oh, that's a wonderful collaboration.
Yeah, and it's been great because there's a lot of competition in the mental health field, and we've been able to like overlook some of that and be able to make some things happen.
Great.
With each other that that's been really successful.
Yeah, no, that makes a big difference when you can kind of come from the perspective of there's enough for everyone, there's an abundance, and how do we work together, and we can all have different niches and help people in the best way. And that's very important. And your focus is work. Can you talk a little bit, Sarah, about what work has meant to you in your recovery?
Work has been one of the mainstays of my whole life. Even before I got sick, I was really driven to work. And part of it's from being an Iowan and like being like I did farm work, and I worked for the farmer's market. I made bread one summer.
Oh, wow, cool.
So I've done a lot of things, but once I started realizing that I wanted to work with people, I did a project with the person who ran the company that the workshop I mentioned before. She had me do an informational interview.
Fantastic.
With people, and we did a whole exercise on what I wanted for work and hours and days and what my priorities were. And then I went in to call these people and made 15 questions and went and answered the questions, and I realized I needed a master's degree. So I worked in Des Moines to get some experience and at the crisis line that I mentioned.
Oh, okay.
And then I moved out to Boston and worked for a year, and then I went to graduate school, and she helped me get into graduate school.
Fantastic.
And then I started working for Bay Cove like my 3rd year of school, and work has like given me something to focus on and to really help people grow and learn the way it helped me. And I like give people, I'm really an expert in post-employment services.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I'm like a really good teacher with learning styles and taking them on the job and teaching them how to do a job.
Oh, excellent. A lot in job coaching.
Yeah, like job coaching.
Fantastic. And career development.
So I do that, and so I'm good at the job development too, but I'm like the expert at helping people stay at a job for getting through the huge
absolutely
hurdles that it takes to sometimes it's easy to get a job and say, yeah, I'll try it, and then you're there for 2 days and you're like, oh my God, what did I get myself into?
Right.
And then this person comes in and says, look, you can take it slower.
Right.
And I can come in and help you learn the job. And so you start out doing half the job for the person, and
break it down, break it down.
Take some of the stress off.
Yes.
And then I've had really, like, most of my clients don't come back, and I don't see them again.
Fantastic, because they're out in the world, they're in the community.
Working.
Fantastic. So I think that's a great kind of message to leave with people, that they can have supports and they can break things down so that they can be part of the community, and they just need the right supports. So we'll ask you, Susan, as we wrap up, do you have a final message? If someone was watching and just kind of starting out in their recovery, what would you share with them?
I read a quote one time that said that it's not how many times you fall down, it's getting back up that's important. And I've just tried to live my life by that. You know, it's getting back up every time. You know, and that's what's important in your recovery journey.
Absolutely. So I think that's an essential thing to really help people to think about how they move forward. How do they get back up when they have challenging times? What makes a difference? Do you have any final thoughts as we end?
Well, I just want to say that I cannot say enough about the power of being treated like everyone else.
Yes.
And like being expected to have to work and make a living for yourself, and being able to buy your own things with your own money. It's really empowering to people, and it's really respectful.
Yes, to have the expectations that this is how you're going to fully participate, and we can provide the supports, but having high expectations for people, but also high supports, is a very essential piece of it.
And there's a job for everyone.
Yes.
Just because someone can work 2 hours or 5 hours a week or 40, there's something for everyone.
Absolutely. And I think that's a great note to end on, that there is something out there, there's a way you can meaningfully contribute to the world, and it just depends having a high level of expectation for people and a high level of support to help them achieve what they do. So I'd like to say thank you very much to the Department of Mental Health for sponsoring our show today, and we'd like you to remember that everyone can be successful with the right support, so to really look out for that person that might be in need of that little extra coaching, that little extra guidance to help them really reach their full potential. This is Kim Bissett from Employment for All saying have a wonderful afternoon.